Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Crypto Quickly. Today we're diving into Solana, a blockchain that's been making waves in the crypto world. I've got to admit, I didn't know much about Solana before reading their white paper, so we're going to learn about this together. Let's start with the basics. Solana introduces itself as a new blockchain architecture based on something called Proof of History, or POH for short. This is pretty interesting because it's different from the proof of work or proof of stake systems we've seen in other cryptocurrencies. The Solana white paper explains that POH is a way to verify the order and passage of time between events. It's like a cryptographic clock that timestamps transactions. This is a big deal because it allows the network to agree on the order of events without a ton of back-and-forth communication. Now, you might be wondering, why does this matter? Well, it's all about speed and scalability. Solana claims that by using POH alongside a consensus algorithm like proof of stake, they can achieve super-fast transaction finality. We're talking sub-second speeds here, which is pretty impressive. But Solana doesn't stop there. They also introduced something called proof of replication, or POREP. This is designed to work with POH to protect against forgery of the ledger in terms of both time and storage. It's like a double-layer security system. Now let's talk numbers. The Solana white paper states that on a 1 gigabit per second network, they can theoretically process up to 710,000 transactions per second. That's a huge leap compared to some other popular blockchains out there. As I was reading through the technical details, I have to admit, some of it went over my head. There's a lot of complex math and computer science involved. But the key takeaway is that Solana is trying to solve some of the biggest challenges in blockchain technology: speed, scalability, and security. One thing that caught my attention was Solana's approach to smart contracts. They're using something called extended Berkeley packet filter bytecode. Now, I'm not a computer scientist, but from what I understand, this allows for really fast execution of smart contracts, which is crucial for a high-performance blockchain. The white paper goes into detail about how Solana's architecture is designed. There's a leader node that generates the proof of history sequence, verifier nodes that replicate the blockchain state, and validator nodes that participate in the consensus process. It's a complex system, but it's designed to work together seamlessly to provide a fast and secure blockchain. Now let's talk about some of the potential challenges and attacks that Solana addresses in their white paper. They discuss things like long-range attacks, where someone might try to recreate a false historical record. Solana's POH and POREP combination is designed to make this type of attack very difficult and expensive to pull off. They also address the issue of censorship resistance. In a blockchain network, you want to make sure that no small group can censor transactions. Solana's design includes mechanisms to prevent this, like dynamically adjusting how quickly validator stakes become stale if they're not participating. One thing I found interesting was Solana's approach to handling network partitions. In a distributed system, you sometimes have to choose between consistency and availability when the network gets split. Solana's approach is to prioritize consistency in the short term, but then shift towards availability if the partition lasts for a long time. It's a nuanced approach that tries to balance different needs. As I was reading through all this, I couldn't help but think about how Solana compares to other blockchains like Ethereum. Solana is clearly positioning itself as a high-performance alternative, especially for decentralized applications that need fast transaction processing. But here's the thing. With new technology, there are always trade-offs. While Solana's approach is innovative, it's also complex. This complexity could potentially lead to new types of vulnerabilities or challenges that we haven't seen in simpler blockchain designs. It's also worth noting that while the theoretical performance numbers in the white paper are impressive, real-world performance can often be different. Factors like network conditions, hardware limitations, and unforeseen bottlenecks can all impact actual performance. Now, I want to touch on something important. When we're looking at new cryptocurrencies or blockchain projects, it's crucial to look beyond just the technical specs. We need to consider things like the team behind the project, the community support, and the overall ecosystem. Solana has been gaining traction, with a growing number of projects building on its blockchain. But it's also faced some challenges, including network outages that have raised questions about its stability and decentralization. As always, I encourage you to do your own research beyond just the white paper. Look at how the project has developed since the white paper was written, check out discussions in the developer community, and keep an eye on how it performs in real-world conditions. To wrap up, Solana presents an ambitious vision for a high-performance blockchain. Its innovations like proof of history and its approach to smart contracts are certainly intriguing. But as with any investment in the crypto space, it's important to approach it with a critical eye and a good understanding of the risks involved. Remember, the world of crypto moves fast. By the time you're watching this, there may have been new developments in the Solana ecosystem. Always stay informed and never invest more than you can afford to lose. That's it for this episode of Crypto Quickly. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. And let me know in the comments what other cryptocurrencies or blockchain projects you'd like me to cover in future episodes. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe in the crypto world.